So hi, this is Isaac for Pop Scoop, and I'm talking to lead vocalist Luke Spiller of rock and roll band The Struts. How are you doing?
Woo! Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
We're fine. So let's talk about your musical style and sound first. You know, sort of I'm a hard subject to begin with, but how would you place yourself in the kind of rock and roll sphere?
I mean, in the current rock and roll sphere, if you want to call it that, I think we kind of stand on our own. We have a very unique sound, which isn't typical of a lot of our sort of like the contemporary rock groups today.
Yeah.
But it's a mixture between like, you know, the Rolling Stones and Queen, and then we've got a bit of like the Vaccines in there as well. But on the whole, it's just really, it's different. But we think it's great to be unique, and it's a strength rather than a disadvantage.
Yeah. So to stand out from the crowd now, and I mean you've got. You said you have influences from the 60s and 70s bands, but also some contemporary bands like the Vaccines and the Libertines too.
Yeah.
And so, would you say sort of glam indie rock and roll as a moniker for your style?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how I describe it now. If anyone wants to ask me what kind of style it is, then yeah, I should have just said that the first time, shouldn't I?
That's all right. That's all right. We got there in the end. And so to say your other bandmates too. You're the lead vocalist, and then there's Adam Slack on guitar, Jed Elliott on bass, and
then Gethin Davies on drums.
Davies on drums, yeah. And you've been rehearsing for your gigs coming up next week. Is that right? We've got
a few good gigs. We've got the 6th of February in Barfly in Camden.
Yeah.
And then the next day, on the 7th, we have Sound Control in Manchester. And then on the 12th, we've got a few dates. We're going over to France, like a few days before, but the 12th, 14th, and the 15th, we've got in France. So it's a really good start to the year.
Yeah.
'Cause we love just traveling and going over to France and just playing like as many shows as we can. So
yeah,
it's going to be great.
And you've got a whole following in France too. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is, but like the people in France just seem to really, 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 really like the band, and we were so surprised when we went over sort of like last year, and we were pulling in really big crowds, and every night that we played consistently, and that was a really nice special surprise for us. You know what I mean? Just to go over and not expect a lot, but expect so much more than what we expected. So we're really looking forward to going back over there.
Oh, it's nice. And you haven't headlined in the UK for a while too, right? So this will be nice to get back in the swing there too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's always good to have a good headlining show, and but yeah, I mean, no, exactly as you said. I mean, we've been looking forward to it for a while, and hopefully everyone should be really satisfied with our performance. So I hope it's going to be great.
What can they expect from the show? You'll do your 3 big singles, of course, and new songs as well. Yeah,
I mean, if anyone wants to come to a Struts show, they'd probably expect electrifying performance with uncompromising guitar licks and dress sense and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, we've got a new cover as well, which we've worked into our set, which I won't tell you exactly what it is yet, because all is going to be revealed very soon.
Good.
Yeah, we're going to be working that in as well, and as you said, we've got our like big singles in there, and we just play like the best of like the album and stuff that's yet to come as well. So it's a great show for everyone.
Yeah, and you've got your 3rd single out on February the 4th too, right? Next week too. Kiss It.
Well, apparently it's not going to be February the 4th. Apparently it's going to be March.
We've heard the song, and it's got the monster riffs and the anthemic chorus. We've got from your first two singles. Do you have most of your album finished already, or are you still in the studio with that?
Yeah, the whole album's done. It's ready to go. It's just a case of putting out the songs that we want to put out and getting, well, just trying for a certain reaction, if you know what I mean. But no, thank you very much. I'm glad you like the new single, Kiss This. But yeah, the whole album's done. It's ready to go, and we can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Yeah. And your covers too. I mean, you've got quite an eclectic mix of covers online. Edith Piaf and Daft Punk and Cheryl Cole and Stussy. I mean, it's not your kind of there are not many bands that do that sort of diverse a cover range. I mean, how did that come about?
I mean, we just thought it was a great thing to do before we started putting out our own songs.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like get people talking and things like that. So we choose sometimes like the most obscure cover. It's not like choosing an obscure one, but it's more like we choose one which we thought that we could make our own. Do you know what I mean? And I think we've achieved that with all of them. You know, we've always chosen a song that we thought, okay, we could make this into like a Struts kind of track.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been great. It's been a great learning experience.
And as a band, are you most comfortable live or in the studio?
Probably live, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we love the studio, but the studio is very quick and it's very like you write a song either there and there, or you come to the studio with a song and it's just like you've got to get it done quick. We don't have huge amounts of money being thrown at us or anything like that. So all the studio time that we do have is kind of very quick, and the recording sessions are very rushed and sporadic kind of thing. So live is quick because it's kind of like we can take our time and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Really, I mean, you go in and record a song, but to do it live is a separate entity in itself, and that's the thing that we most enjoy altogether. Definitely doing it live, which is always great.
Was that your job then to think about, specifically how it's going to be live with you on stage moving around, or is that something that you all discuss?
Yeah, I mean, we all discuss it, but it's just one of those things. If it's fairly simple, then it's fairly easy. But it's the more complex songs with like, if you do a song with like about 1,000 guitar parts and like synth parts and stuff like that, then it can be a bit more difficult. But in terms of the stage movement and stuff like that, all the dance moves and the choreography gets done by me before we go on stage, about 10 minutes in the dressing room. So it's always fun.
Okay, so not weeks of practice beforehand. You go with the flow of what inspires you at the moment.
Well, we do rehearse a lot. Yeah, we do. We pride ourselves on our live performance, so we always want to impress. And as someone once said, you're only as good as your last gig. So we try and make every single one really good. Yeah.
And as a band too, do you find it hard to get along, or is it quite an easy experience? And how much time do you spend, together, not practicing and not gigging?
Yeah. I mean, we get along really well as a group. And, well, at the moment we're all living with each other in the same house and stuff, so
okay.
we spend an awful amount of time with each other. But it's all good. It's all good. We're really good friends, and we're really close, and, we've been through a lot in the last few years, so that tends to make you really close friends and stuff. So, yeah, it's not really a job. It's more of a pleasure with the guys,
Oh, that's great. And how are your thoughts on the social media for today's music biz? Is that something that's important for you?
Yeah, definitely. I think the world is changing so quickly, and it's important to keep up with things. And these days, like, I don't think the fans really send fan mail, really.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is to do with, like, they'll send you like a personal message on Twitter, or or Facebook or things like that. So the online media stuff is really important. But it's most of all, it's a great way to keep in touch with the fans and just to seem that bit more accessible, you know, and connect with them a lot better. And it's always great to answer questions and stuff. To hear that, you know, people have really enjoyed the songs or the set, and the live performance is always really good. You know, it's a lovely bit of news to get, you know, the next day when you're travelling in a van, you know, tired and hungry and probably hungover as well. You know, it's always nice to read through the messages.
And do you, as a band, feel pressure to live a sort of rock and roll lifestyle too, 24/7, or is that something that comes naturally to you?
I mean, you know, there is pressure. Like, you know, I mean, this business is so fickle. You know, you can be here one minute and then you can be back working at Morrison's or at the job centre the next. And like, you know, it's one of those things where we're just literally taking every day as it comes, and you know, just trying to, you know, take everything and take every chance that we can basically and execute it and do it to our best ability. So, you know, I think you've just got to take it one step at a time. But in terms of the rock and roll lifestyle, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously we like to have fun. You know, yeah. I mean, we really like to have fun. But we work hard and we play. We work hard and we play even harder. So, you know, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I think that's what makes you stand out too. That you know, your live performances and on the track, you know, it looks easy. It looks so simple in a way. It seems like you have a lot of fun doing it, and I think not that many bands nowadays that you see actually look like they're really enjoying it too, and you guys do.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. You know, there's a lot of bands at the moment who are, you know, doing really good things, but, you know, at the end of the day, you go and watch them, and they're about as charismatic as a dry sandal. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's quite painful to watch some of the modern groups, but, you know, we've always prided ourselves on, you know, it's cool to be happy. And,
yeah.
We're just basically here just to try and entertain, you know, and I'm going to smile whilst I'm doing that, and if anyone else wants to smile, then they're happy to join me. Do you know what I mean?
Do you have a date for the album yet, roughly, or is it sort of the summertime?
We're thinking maybe like May sort of time, April/May. It's all still up in the air, you know, this business kind of thing. You know, it's always, oh yes, and then about a month before the actual release, everything gets finalised. But no, April/May hopefully for the album, so it'd be great.
And you going to the festival circuit at all this time?
Yeah, we did quite a few festivals last year, and hopefully again this year we'll be going back round. And you know, 'cause, I mean, we love festivals. You know, I mean, everyone's there to have a great time, and you know, the festival crowd is really clicking with the mentality of the band. So when we go up on stage and we've got a great slot, it's, you know, it's always fun. Like, the people absolutely love it and go nuts. So, I mean, the more festivals this year, the better, really, if you ask me.
Yeah, and then you have your side projects too. Is that right? That you've got? I mean, you're collaborating with Mike Oldfield, and then and then working on a musical. I heard a rumor.
Ah, yes. Oh, you heard the rumors.
Yes,
I am. Yeah, I mean, the Mike Oldfield album comes out in March. I just got back from the Bahamas last week, where I went over there and sort of did some unplugged versions of the songs. With
nice
Mike
location.
himself. Oh yeah, you know, it was all hard work, you know. But so that's really good, and then I mean, the musical is really cool and exciting. And it's just.
Is that something you can tell us anything about, or?
Oof.
Is it very hush hush?
It's all very hush hush. I mean, just the fact that I'm doing one is enough, I reckon.
Okay.
But so I don't want to give too much away, because I might change the title or the you know, the actual subject matter of the whole thing towards the end anyway. But I'm working on it, and it sounds epic, absolutely epic. So
well, like your songs, like your songs, I think that definitely the word to end on, epic. And so we hope it's an epic year for you too.
Yeah, I hope so, man. It looks like it's going to be that way. Let's see. Wait
Great.
and see.
Great. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Luke. And
Thank you, mate.
We look forward to what's coming.
Wicked. Thanks a lot.
All right. Say hi to the other guys too.
I will. See you in a bit, mate.